Alright, in this one we continue the fun with the study guide, and we are on problem E. Now E is also long division, so I'm just going to go ahead and set it up for long division. It's 2n minus 6 divides into 2n cubed, or divides, not divides into, divides 62. Uh-oh, you have to swap these, don't you? Because this is the degree 1 term. Minus 26n squared. Then plus 62n. You should have the study guide in front of you so that you can see what I'm talking about. We have to swap these two because they're out of order. The degree 1 term was before the degree 2 term. Alright, so we have degree 3, degree 2, degree 1, degree 0, and this is the divisor. And we need to divide this. So we're going to do this step by step. Here we go. You focus on the first term being 2n. How many times does 2n go into 2n cubed? So you do it on the side. 2n cubed divided by 2n squared. Right? And then we multiply 2n squared by the 2n minus 6. So we get 2n cubed minus 6n squared. And over here we change their signs. Right? This becomes negative. This one becomes positive. This cancels. And this is minus 20n squared. Bring down the next term. Now you ask yourself, how many times does 2n go into negative 20n squared? Right, so that's negative 10n. So this is minus 10n. And now we take this and multiply it by 2n minus 6. Alright, we get negative 20n squared plus 60n. Alright, and then when we place this underneath, we have to change the sign. So this becomes 20n squared minus 60n. Alright, this cancels and we have 2n. Right, and we're going to bring the plus 4. Now, once again, you ask yourself, how many times does 2n go into 2n? Well, guess how many times? Not 0, but 1. Right, so then what do we do with the 1? We multiply it by the 2n minus 6. And going below, you get 2n minus 6. But when we put it over here, we have to change the signs. So it's minus 2n plus, because it's negative. So plus 6, we get 10. Alright, and then what you need to remember is that this is the remainder, right? I guess I can put it over here. Plus 10 over 2n minus 6. And this would be the answer. Right there. Alright, let's do the next one. Alright, this is the next one, and so first you check your degrees. It's long division. Degree 2, degree 1, degree 0. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to swap these, right? It should be 2x plus 5. So that you have the degree 1 term first. Alright, everything's good, so let's start our long division process. So we have 2x plus 5. How many times? Control Z. There you go. How many times? Goes into this one. Alright, how many times does 2x go into 2x cubed on the side? 2x cubed divided by 2x is x squared. Now we multiply by 2x plus 5. And we get 2x cubed plus 5x squared. We're going to change the signs. So minus 2x cubed minus 5x squared. And once again, if I make a mistake, let me know via email. 17 minus 5 is 12x squared. We bring down the plus 38x. Now you ask yourself again, how many times does 2x go into this first term, which is 12x squared? If you can't see it, 12x squared divided by 2x, 6x. So plus 6x. And what do? We multiply it with the 2x plus 5. And this is 12x squared plus 30x. And when we write it over here, we have to subtract it, basically change their signs. So 12x squared minus 30x. This cancels. This leaves you with 8x. We bring down the 15. And next you ask yourself again, how many times does 2x go into this first term, which is 8x? So 8x divided by 2x is 4. So it goes in 4 times. 4 times 2x plus 5 gives you 8x plus 20. Over here we have to change the signs. Then we get negative 5 as the remainder. So minus 5 over 2x plus 5. Right? And then this would be the answer. Alright, the last two problems in the first section. And what you need to notice here is that this denominator is only one term. So then this is monomial division here, because there's no plus or minus in the denominators. So that means it's monomial division. The first thing you need to do is you need to distribute in the numerator. This is already by itself. But here we have to multiply this by 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. And then because it's monomial division, each of these is going to be divided by the 3x squared y. 27 over 3 is 9. X cubed over x squared is just x. Y to the 7th over y is y to the 6th. 12 over 3 is 4. X to the 5th over x squared is x to the 3rd. Remember, you're subtracting the exponents. Y to the 6th, y to the 1st, right? So this is 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. So y to the 6th over y is y to the 5th. And these are not like terms. So this would be your simplified answer. Same thing here. You only have one term in the denominator. So then this is going to be monomial division. But first you need to distribute the 28x squared into both of these terms. So 28 times 2 is 56. And here's where you got to be careful. X squared, y squared. Minus 28 times negative 4. It's negative 112. And you have 2 x's and 3 x's. So that's x to the 5th. When you multiply, you add the exponents. So x to the 5th, y to the 4th. And it's monomial division. So both of these are going to be divided by 2xy squared. So 56 divided by 2, it's going to be 28. X squared over x is just 1x. Y squared over y squared, that cancels. Minus 112 divided by 2. It's going to give you 56. X to the 5th over x is x to the 4th. Y to the 4th over y squared is y squared. And these are not like terms. I guess what you can do is you could factorize an x, but that's not necessary. That's not what the problem's asking. Okay.